Bed. Ice. Water. Food. Heat. Books. Toilet. Family. Jesus.
Thankfulness is medicine for the soul. And in fact, it's something that can impact your whole day and your whole perspective and how you experience life. God wants us to experience an abundant life. And one of the ways we discover an abundant life is learning to live a life of thankfulness. Thankfulness is important to have because it always causes us to remember the one to whom we should be thankful to. In the clips that you just saw, those are some things that we should be thankful for. You know, sometimes when we talk about thankfulness, we don't always have to think about the big, grand, expensive, big things. Maybe learning to be thankful every day in the small things can help us to have the right heart and the right attitude and the right perspective. Thankfulness changes how you see the world. You know, even some of the most basic things like ice or water or a bed or even something strange like a toilet. You know, I read an article not too long ago that said in some of the poorest parts of Mumbai in India that they averaged one toilet for every 100 people. Now, most of you watching, you probably have multiple toilets in your house. And that may be something weird to say, I'm thankful for a toilet. But can you imagine sharing one toilet with 100 people? And 78% of those toilets don't even have running water. Now that's kind of a funny thought, but to think, are we thankful for the small things? You know, one of the principles you learn is if you learn to be thankful in the small things, you'll be more thankful in the big things. And God's will for your life is learning to be thankful. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 through 18, it says this: Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in everything. Do you see how there are two principles in regards to thankfulness here? It says that we should give thanks in all circumstances, but Paul also makes known that this is God's will for your life. So if you've been asking, what's God's will for my life? How should I approach every single day of my life? The answer is with thankfulness. And if we will do what Paul tells us to do, which is rejoice, pray, and be thankful, then we will have a good heart and a joyful heart, and we'll realize that those three things are really medicine for the soul.